Hello pretties, welcome to Revsreal. So I am sure you're probably by this point tired of this makeup look, but it is what it is, okay? This is what we're doing. I'm hoping actually to be able to film at least 3 more videos today. That is kind of a bit of a stretch, to be honest, because the sun's already coming out. Going down. It's 4:15. I do use natural lighting. I really don't like to film with artificial lights, so wish me luck, because this is Inventions of Est. I have my little tablet here. Ooh, sorry, I think I moved the camera. I have my little tablet here and I am trying to pull up all of my information here of what I'm trying to do. But we're doing a lot of y'all's favorite video, which is my year-long empties. This year, I did include skincare and nails a bit more, and then some hair stuff as well. Now, I do want to note, though, that I don't have pricing for my for my hair, nails, and brush and just like random stuff that I can track of. Like, I don't have pricing for those because they're not really in my makeup inventory. I buy them. They're not really makeup categories or beauty categories that I'm particularly worried about, because I usually like finish one and then buy the next one, or get really low on one and then buy my next one like ready to go. So it's not something that I really just kind of have a ton of out there, just kind of put it out there. But I'm also doing different, because normally I would just like grab items and like show it to you guys. We're not doing that this year. I am gonna have photos posted up here as well, so I'm doing it similar to how I would do my makeup inventory, just because there was so much product. It would have been chaos. I absolutely would not have been able to do that. So anyway, hair. I've been dyeing my hair red for the last like year or two, and I've been using, obviously I go to the salon, but I also add like a gloss finish, add pigment back to my hair, and I forgot the brand, but they're up here. And I've used 2 up this year. And then for styling, I have 1 oil and 3 creams, or styling creams that I've used up, so 4 total that I finished. For nail polish remover, I have 2 nail polish removers. I used the one from the I forgot the name of the brand. Miss A, there you go. Miss A. It's only like a few dollars. I think it's like $1 or something like that. But it's actually acetone free, and it's really, I've really liked it for my nails. And I've bought a few, and I'm they don't go too quickly. So there's those. I don't know if you want to count this as nail polishes, but I'm gonna have 3 nail polishes. I think I had 2 like top coats and then 1 rich filler. I didn't finish any color nail polishes this year. We're gonna try to do better next year, okay? And then we have my cuticle oil, which is just the one that I finished this year. For nail sets, I actually finished 14 nail sets, and I'm actually kind of impressed by that number, because I was not expecting it to be that high. That being said, I finished 14, and I have repressed 2 out of those 14 already, so say what you want, okay? I was thinking about repressing this one, but I ended up not, so I'm pretty proud of that. For whatever reason, I've been keeping track of this, but it's my brush care, and it's just like, I don't know, I have this soap from Refer, and then the other one from Sigma Beauty. I'm not even sure how I ended up with them, but I do, and I finished both of them, so there you go. Alright, now we go into like skin, and like stuff like that, and we go into toner. Sorry guys, I'm looking down because I have my little notes here. And I go into toner, and I finished 1 toner. I was at Beauty of Joseon website, and I wanting to try something new from them, so I ended up buying a toner. I don't know that it did anything, but I tried it. It's okay. I don't know that I noticed enough, although my skin was pretty hydrated at that time, so maybe there was that. Cleansers, I ended up with 2, and then with 4 makeup removers as well. So for the makeup cleansers, I kind of put them together because that's kind of like I use them at the same time. I don't know. So there's that. For eye cream, I know the photo only has 1.5 technically, because one of them thinks that it's like a little mini sample or something like that. I actually finished 2 of those big bottles, and I ended up finding it later when I was doing my sunscreen, and honestly, I cannot go through those bins. I cannot go through those bins again. It is an absolute nightmare. It took me hours to do that, and I'm like, I just can't do it. But just trust me when I say I ended up finding another one of those long ones in my bin, in my sunscreen side. For whatever reason, thought it was a sunscreen. I don't know why. I know why I thought it was a sunscreen, but it wasn't, okay? For moisturizers, I finished 7 moisturizers, which I think was higher than I was expecting, but I guess I do kind of finish one like every other month, so I guess it adds up. And some of them were not full size. I did have a few mini, so makes sense, okay? For face masks, I was not expecting this number because I've told you guys I've been very bad about doing face masks this year, but I done 8, so I was not expecting that. I have 5 eye masks and 2 lip masks. What? Who am I? So those are all of my masks. I was not expecting those numbers to be so high for the face mask specifically, but there's that. For serums, I have finished 15 serums. Now, they do all have like different purposes for me. 4 of them were minis, but I have the hyaluronic acid. I have 2, but one of them is like the giant size. I think you can see it in the photo. It's like a slightly larger bottle. So it's like twice the size. So I have that one. I have 2 Moroccan oils, 3 niacinamides, one of them being one of those minis, 1 vitamin C, 2 retinols, and then 2 rosehip oils. As you can tell, I have dry skin. I use a ton of oils. Vitamin C, also for hydrating. Hyaluronic acid, also for hydration. I use a lot of hydrating oils. I have really, really dry skin. So no surprise there, but 15 total. I guess that makes sense. I usually finish like 2 of each categories. At some I finish 3 a year. I guess that makes sense. Sunscreen. This I was not expecting. I finished 12 sunscreens. That means I'm finishing 1 bottle of sunscreen for my face specifically a month. One of them was a giant one, and then I had 2 mini ones. Wild. I was not expecting that number to be so high, to be honest. And I know for a fact I have like 2 other sunscreens that are kind of close to being done. So there's that. For perfume, I mentioned this in the year of 2025. I was really trying to find my new like scent, and I did buy quite a few samples. So I have 10 samples. I think I did this whole like replica booklet situation. None of them like, and I didn't think I had any bad ones, but none of them were like my signature scent. And so I ended up signing up for Scentbird, and I finished 3 of those. I have realized that it takes me 2 months to finish 1 of those bottles. So going into 2026, I actually switched it, so I'm only getting a bottle every 3 months, so every month, because I have extra ones that I still have not opened from this year. All that being said, I'm hoping that the math is gonna math, and by 2027, I'm gonna go and try to get 1 every 2 months. That's still cheaper than buying like a full-size bottle. I think it's like $20 a month, and if I'm buying like every other month, it's like $120. And I feel like if I buy a perfume, it'll be, I don't know. Maybe the math isn't math. I feel like if I buy 2 perfume bottles, it'll be way more than that. So we'll see. But for now, that's what I have for perfumes. Now we go into makeup, and I actually have what's it called? I actually have prices to give you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start with my face, and we're gonna go into primers. I finished 4 primers. 2 of them were kind of like on their way out towards the beginning of the year, so those went out pretty quickly. I was not expecting that. I've already finished 2 of these, and I just opened my 3rd one, so that one I was not expecting, but I really like that primer. I have no concerns here. Foundation, I finished 2 foundations. I'm actually shocked the number is so low because I finished both of them really early into the year, and I've been focusing on 2 particularly foundations for the rest of the year. So I'm a little surprised that I've not finished more. Oh, I forgot to mention, for the primers, those are $70. The 4 primers were $70. For the foundations, I finished 2, $24. I'm actually kind of, like I said, surprised that that number was so low. For bronzers, I finished 3 bronzers. Pretty proud of that. And that was $51.70 for those 3 bronzers. That powder bronzer was the vein of my existence, but I'm so glad it is over. We're moving on, and over. I'm so excited to move on. I'm pretty sure I have my highlighter and my blush together, and they're each $5. I bought them on a set together. It was the Larly X Cheek Glam collab that she did, and it was $10, easy buy, and I finished both of them, $5 each, so $10 total for anyway. For setting spray, I finished 2 setting sprays. I have recently starting to try out this one from Rare Beauty. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it more or less than the one from ColourPop. I don't necessarily need setting spray to like lock stuff into place. For me, it's more to just like melt everything and just bring me back to life. So I have 2 setting sprays that I finished. Each of them was $12, $24 total. For powders, I finished 2 powders from e.l.f. if I'm not mistaken. I think they're both from e.l.f. and they're $6 each, $12 total. So for all of my face products that I finished, we're looking at $230.70. Now, I didn't finish any color correctors and I didn't finish any concealers. Another shocker, but that's okay. Moving on then to eyes. So for eyes, I finished 1 primer and I'm putting it as a whopping $1 price tag because it was a free gift with purchase. So I'm just putting it for $1. I'm not actually going to put it at retail value. For mascaras, I finished 3 mascaras and it is a whopping $28. I am a cheap when it comes to mascara. I bought those e.l.f. ones and then I have the one from my beauty, but it's a mini. So the mini is only $10 and so it's $28, you know. That's it. For mascaras, I don't think it's that bad. For shadows, I finished 1 Super Shock shadow and those are $6. So again, we're not doing a lot here. And then for brow gels, I finished 2. One was a free gift with purchase, so I'm marking it down as $1. And then the other one I actually bought and it was $18. Surprisingly, the most expensive item that I finished was that 1 brow gel. And this comes to a whopping $54. I did not finish any palettes, no shocker there, and I only finished the 1 single shadow. I did declutter 9 single shadows, but I'm not including those in pricing because I didn't actually finish them, so just putting that out there. All right, going now down to our lip section, and for lips I finished 2 lip balms. Each are $10, so a total of $20. And I'm pretty sure right next to it is gonna be our lip liners, and I finished 2 lip liners and that is a total of $21. I did declutter 1 lip liner, but again, I'm not including it here. I don't have the pricing for that. For lipstick, tinted balms, lip stain, and lip glosses, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen them all together. I think I just took one giant picture. So for lipsticks, I finished 2 lipsticks. Those are a total of $16. They're both from Colourpop if I'm not mistaken. They were like $8 each. And then I decluttered 3. Again, no pricing for those. Tinted balms, I finished 6. Really excited about that. I did not declutter any of those, and then they were a total of $81. Some of the tinted balms have very little product and are price tagged very high. Just saying. Lip stain, I did finish 1, which I was not expecting it. It was $12.50. I'm pretty sure I got it on a sale, which is why I have this sale price, because that one from Rare Beauty does retail a little higher than that. Technically, it's their lip oils. It's a lip stain. Just putting it out there. It's like a lip stain, lip gloss, lip oil, everything mixed in one. It's fabulous. I love it. But I got it, I'm assuming, at a discount, $12.50. And I did declutter another one that it went bad, but again, I had no pricing for that. Lip gloss, I finished 1, which was a free gift with purchase, so we're putting it at $1. And I did not finish. I did not declutter any. So we have a total whopping of $151.50 for lips. Now, if we add face, eyes, and lips, we have a total of $436.20 that I finished this year. There's a lot that I decluttered that we're not going to include into that because I actually decluttered quite a few blushes, but we're not going to include that, okay? Anyway, that is it for all of my empties. Let me know how you feel about this new style that I did it in, because I would like to do my makeup empties kind of similar to how I'm doing it right now, and I'm gonna be smarter about how I'm separating them. I kind of just put everything in one bin. That was a nightmare. It took me so long to just divide everything, so I'm trying to be a little smarter. Let me know if you guys care or like that I have those extra categories. I would like to know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna save myself some space and just throw them away if you guys are not interested. So please let me know. But yeah, those were all my empties. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. So glad this is done. This little paper, 5 hours. It took me 5 hours to collect all of this and take all those damn photos. It is a fucking nightmare to do this every year. But it is so satisfying just to see like the final numbers and they'll just talk about all that. So, yeah. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.